to. We are confident that your contributions will inspire us on to deepen our commitment to both gender equality and geodiversity. I would like to extend my deepest appreciation to everyone who has joined us today and to our organizing teams for making this event possible. As we embark on this journey together, let us remember that this experience sharing is just the first step. All of us here are on the same path, working toward gender equality in the Geopark community and beyond. Together, we are taking the first steps toward a more inclusive and sustainable future for geodiversity. With that, I am pleased to officially open today's International Geodiversity Day experience sharing event. Let us continue to work together to conserve the past, sustain the future, and ensure that everyone had a voice in this crucial mission. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Assistant Professor Dr. Pratueng Jintasakul, the Director of Khorat UNESCO Global Geopark, for your welcome speech and greeting. And for the next, we would like to invite our friend and colleague from Merangin, Jambi, UNESCO Global Geopark, Mr. Andi Wijaya, to have a welcome speech as well as the partner of this event organizing.
Thank you, Ms. Pakkaporn. Can you hear my voice?
Please, yes, I hear you very well. Nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you, Ms. Pakkaporn. Good afternoon. Whom I respect our speakers, invited guests, fellow geodiversity activists, and heavy attendance. First of all, let us offer thanks to the presence of God Almighty, because thanks to His grace, we can gather here in good health to commemorate International Geodiversity Day with a very relevant themes, namely gender equality and geodiversity. However, with all due respects, on behalf of Dr.Agus as General Manager Merangin Jambi Geopark, I would like to express my deepest apologies because he was unable to attend this special event in person. Other urgent duty and obligation require him to be at an event that must be attended, so he cannot join you all on this precious opportunity. On these happy occasions, allow me to express my deepest gratitude to two important figures who have provided great support in the development of geoparks, both at the national and international levels. I would like to express my thanks to the Director of Khorat UNESCO Global Geopark Thailand, who was present and contributed to strengthening international cooperations between geoparks. This collaboration is very valuable for all of us in preserving geodiversity globally, as well as developing sustainable management in our respective regions. Furthermore, I would also like to express my deep appreciations to Professor Insinyur Mega Fatimah Rosana from the Indonesian National Geopark Committee. Thank you for his dedication and invaluable contribution in supporting the development of geoparks in Indonesia, including the Merangin Jambi Geopark. His presence and support have been a source of inspiration for us in carrying out the geopark's role as part of efforts to preserve geodiversity and sustainable development. Our theme today, gender equality and geodiversity, is very important in the context of sustainable management of geopark areas. Geoparks are not only about preserving nature and geological heritage, but also about building an inclusive society where everyone, regardless of gender, can actively participate in the protection and use of geodiversity. Gender equality is not only a matter of justice, but also the key of ensuring that all communities can benefit from the existence of geoparks. At Merangin, we are committed to involving women in various aspects, from education to area management, as well as encouraging their participation in preserving our natural environment, which is rich in geological diversity. Through these commemorations, we together celebrate the richness of geodiversity and encourage the spirit of gender equality as a strong foundation for building a more sustainable future. We hope that this activity can be a momentum to strengthen collaborations, both at the local and international level, in maintaining and promoting geodiversity. Finally, I would like to thank our parties who have contributed to the success of these events. Hopefully, we can continue to maintain and develop the spirit of togetherness for the sake of a better future for the earth. Thank you all.
Thank you very much, Mr. Andi. Wijaya, thank you so much for your welcome speech and greeting. For the next session, okay, we are going to have the next session for the first topic. Okay, I would like to overview that we're gonna have 5 speakers. Like I said before, the first one, the speaker from China. She will present about gender equality and geodiversity of Guanghushan Nushui UNESCO Global Geopark, the People's Republic of China, and followed by Professor Mega Fatima Losana. She is Indonesian National Geoparks Committee member. I think she here as well. Professor will present about geodiversity conservation in the geopark. I mean, from her experience, I think we are waiting for that presentation as well. And the third one will be presented by our friend from Non Nước Cao Bằng UNESCO Global Geopark, Miss Dong Thi Yu. She will present about conservation for equitable and sustainable development in the Non Nước Cao Bằng UNESCO Global Geopark, Vietnam. And the fourth speaker will from Khorat UNESCO Global Geopark, Dr. Vilalak Naksi. She will present about paleontology in Khorat UNESCO Global Geopark. And the last topic, our friend from Merangin, Jambi, Indonesia will present by Etta Werin. She will present about Merangin sustainability classes promotes eco feminism in protecting geological diversity through gender equality and traditional knowledge. I think all of them very interesting. I think this is a small group discussion. I think all of them is the quality of the information and the experience. I think. Okay, shall we start with the first speaker? I think from China. Okay, please welcome Miss Li Mijie from Guanghushan Nushui UNESCO Global Geopark, please.
Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. I'm Li Mijie from Guanghushan Nushui UNESCO Global Geopark, China. It is a great honor for me to be here today to give a report. I'm sorry to share it with you by recording a video, because I am on the plane during the meeting and there were no other suitable flights. If you have any questions, please contact me via email. This is the address. The title of my report is Gender Equality and Geodiversity of Guanghushan Nushui UNESCO Global Geopark, celebrating International Geodiversity Day. There are 3 parts of my report. First, I will give a brief introduction to our geopark. Second, I'd like to share the situation of gender equality in our geopark. In the last part, you can see the variety of landforms in our park, such as surface karst landforms. This is the location of our Geopark in China, situated in the north of Bazhong City and the south foot of Micang Mountain. Guangwushan Luosuihe UNESCO Global Geopark covers an area of 1,818 square kilometers, spanning Nanjiang County and Tongjiang County. It is composed of 7 geological regions, namely Guangwu Mountain, Micang Mountain, 18 Born-like ponds, Shenmen, Luoshui Fairyland of Karst Caves, Linjiang Valley, and Kongshan Sky Basin, rich in typical, rare, and unique geological heritage resources with a large scale. The Geopark exhibits extremely high scientific research values and environmental values. As we all know, in the United Nations 2030 Agenda for Sustainable Development and its 17 Sustainable Development Goals, gender equality is a very important aspect for the development of local community. One of the targets is gender equality in your UNESCO Global Geopark Management Team, equal payment of male and female team members. In all aspects of recruitment, work, and retirement, male and female team members are granted equal pay for equal work and equal treatment in our Geopark, and various benefits and rights such as paid maternity leave for women are granted. Women's Day and other festivals were used to publicize gender equality and women's rights. We make sure the equal work opportunities and working environment. In addition, we also vigorously promote gender equality in the park, providing many women with training, jobs, and development opportunities. And many women participate in park construction and development and so on. At the same time, many popular science lectures are also carried out, so that boys and girls can get the same popular science education. Taking myself as an example, during the 3 years I worked here, I was given many opportunities and a world-class platform to protect the geological heritage and promote the Geopark in my hometown. I went to Morocco last year to attend the 10th UNESCO Global Geopark Conference and to Nongyan UGGp in China to attend the Science Popularization Training Camp and give a report. Besides, I participated in the Science Popularization Contest of Sichuan Province, attended the 8th Vietnam Symposium in September, gave a presentation, and learned more about Geopark management and construction experience from many experts and scholars. At the same time, through the interaction with other geoparks, I not only know a lot of friends, but also provide new ideas for each other's development. In the next step, our park will continue to promote gender equality in the region and protect women's rights. And the third part is about the geodiversity. Situated in the north-south geological and geographical transition zone of China, our Geopark lies in the center zone of Micang Mountains along the northern rim of Sichuan Basin and Guangwu Mountain, 2,507 meters above sea level, is the main peak of Micang Mountain. The park has unique and spectacular landscapes of karst peak cluster, cave deposit, granite mountains, valleys, ponds, falls, and so on. Our Geopark is a place where the complete sedimentary evolution sequence of the northern rim of Yangtze Plates is recorded. 光雾山落水河 UGGp is not only a geological heritage site, but also a natural museum and classical region of great scientific value for the study of karst landform, granite landform, and the geological evolution of the east regions of Asia. And you can see this is a surface karst landform near Geopark. The landform of karst within the park is developed in the limestone, dolomite limestone, and dolomite with different layers. For example, the karst peak cluster in the park are concentrated at the Yanziyan Cherry River, the Seven Fairy Peak cluster at Hanxihe in Guangwu Mountain, Jiaguoshan Mountain in Micang Mountain. Most of these peak clusters were developed in the Sinian dolomite limestone. Jiaguoshan Mountain at the border of Sichuan and Shanxi is one of the peak clusters. The area for each of the concentrated distribution area of the above stated peak clusters may cover thousands of square kilometers, with an average evolution of more than 1,400 meters. The most important characteristics of them is that these peak clusters are distributed in a linear way along the ridges, and the cutting of peak clusters is limited to the ridges alone. In this way, isolated peaks and stone columns that are abrupt and straight, or the wall-shaped stone peak that are discontinuous, can be easily found. Besides, the peak cluster transits towards the two sides of the ridges as the stretched cliffs and steep valleys, such as the cliff towards the bank of the Hanxihe Valley, Zhaojiahe Valley, breathtakingly magnificent. This is the Kongshan Sky Basin. The typical karst basin was developed in the Permian limestone, within its bottom covering an area of 23 square kilometers, stretching 8.5 kilometers long from east to west, 1.5 kilometers wide from south to north. The elevation for the lowest point of the basin, which registers 1,150 meters above the sea level, is over 600 meters higher than the river valleys around the empty mountain, thereby named as the Sky Basin. And you can see the salaries in the Nuoshuihe, with 128 caves discovered. The karst cave clusters in Nuoshuihe are with the largest in terms of distribution density in China. For example, in the picture, you can see the vortex and the limestone stone. At the same time, we are taking many measures to protect our geodiversity. All of the research routes or science popularization routes recommended by the park involve geological heritage, natural and cultural heritage resources, and the connection between the formation of Micang Road cultural heritage and geological landform is studied. At the same time, in the museum, there are different exhibition halls about karst landforms and the granite landforms and so on. Besides, the science popularization books, guide maps, and Geopark albums have been published successively. In general, gender equality and the protection of geodiversity still need us to continue to learn, share experience, and work hard. Only in this way we can ensure the sustainable development of our geopark. I hope that we can work together to do more for the local people and the natural heritage. Thanks for your attention. Welcome to China. Welcome to Guangwushan, Noshuihe, UGGp.
All right. I think I would like to thank you to Miss Lee Ninja. She is the Director of Exchange and Cooperation Section, Administration Center of Guangwushan Noshuihe, UNESCO Global Geopark. I think it's a very nice presentation. She she shared with us that, she is one of the women who work in the geopark. She has many roles and she shared many things with a friend and network. And it seemed like she liked to go networking to have a new friend and learn from our friend. From her geopark, I found that it's a karst landform and granite landform. And she, in the geopark has many interpretation and protection, such as regulation and article, including like a viewing deck, and develop many infrastructure in her geopark to protect the geodiversity and geosite in her geopark. I think this is one of the activity in Guangwushan Noshuihe UNESCO Global Geopark. That's great. I think we have time limit. Anybody have a question? I think she's not here. Maybe you can, if you have a question or some inquiry, you can leave the question or message in chat box, and then we will send to her. Maybe next time when we meet again, she can email, or she can answer or email to you. I think for the next, I think we go for the next speaker. The next speaker will be Professor Mega Fatima Losana from Indonesia. She is the chair of Geopark Expert Board, Indonesia National Geopark Committee, and the Dean of Faculty of Geological Engineering. I think she is the one of the experienced geologists in the Geopark as well. So I think for now, we would like to listen to her presentation and waiting for her. I think she will present about geodiversity conservation in the Geopark. Please welcome Professor Mega Fatima Losana, please.
Thank you, Pakkaporn. Good afternoon, everybody. I hope you can hear my voice.
Yes.
Is it okay?
Yes, clearly.
Yeah, okay.
Thank you.
Okay. Thank you very much, organizing committee, especially from Khorat Geopark and Merangin Jambi, who invite me today for give a talk, sharing a little bit knowledge to our college here during the conference. So may I share my PowerPoint? Yeah, I hope you can see it. Okay, today my presentation, as mentioned by Pakkaporn, is about geodiversity conservation in Geopark. Maybe it's not really directly to the gender equality in the geodiversity in Geopark, but at least I am representing a gender. Even my talk is not talking about the gender's equality in Geopark conservation. So today, this is my presentation. So I hope here I can present during the time allocated by the committee. The key word as I'm talking today is about the geodiversity and conservation. So I'm not talking all the definition. I hope everybody already know about the geopark. So what is a geopark? But at least within this word of the geopark, you understand that we have geological diversity or geological heritage within our geopark that we need to conserve our geodiversity itself. As we know in Indonesia, when we are going to develop our geopark, we are using this concept of pentahelix, where the geopark is proposed to be used as education, conservation, and sustainable development area. So I'm focusing today only about the conservation of geodiversity. This is very important topic in the Geopark. As we can see here, within this 16 focus area in UNESCO Global Geopark, the first one is geological heritage conservation. So it's mean this is, we can see how important we need to conserve our geodiversity within our Geopark, as it is our main concern, yeah, to conserve our geodiversity, because without our geological heritage, we will not having our geopark. This is some small definition about what we are doing in geodiversity. So geodiversity is including the identification, protection, and management of the site and landscape that not only important for rocks, fossil, minerals, and other geological or geomorphological features within our geopark interest, but also make a special contribution to our Earth heritage, and that can illustrate the process that shaped our planet. So the protection is site that we are made it in our geopark can be used to promote public understanding in geology and for education as well as research from now and for the future. So geoconservation is a set of action aimed to inform the management of geological site, including inventory, assessment, conservation, legal protection, interpretation, and monitoring of the site. Yeah. So this is a strategy in conservation. Of course, in our geopark, we're not only talking about geology, culture, but also we're talking about the biodiversity. But this time, I'm only talking about the geoheritage. So when we are going to make our strategy in conservation in geoheritage, we need to involve the scientists through research and develop method and technology, as well as form as conservation activity. What kind conservation we can do in our geocal site, yeah, or our geological heritage site. Within this activity, of course, we are also will need the community involvement, especially from local or indigenous people and government, local government, central government, or regional government. Yeah, through activity, it is either the formal or non-formal education activity, and using the geopark interpretation. The strategy for conservation also we can apply in situ or ex situ conservation method. It will be depend on the characteristic or the condition of your geological heritage within your geopark area. As we know that we also Geopark will contribute to SDGs, yeah. So it's mean what our doing in conservation, it also will relate with our 17 SDGs goals. So geoconservation will help us in improving the quality of education, especially this is will reach our SDGs number 4, and also if we are conserve our water, so we will have our goal for SDGs number 6 and promote the work and economic growth. We will as related with our SDGs 8 and management sustainable city and community is our SDGs 11, and about climate change also it will reach our goal in 17 SDGs, and to protect, to restore and promote sustainable use of terrestrial ecosystem. It also will relate it with our SDGs number 16. So it means this is very important, the conservation to achievement of our SDGs goal. Yeah. So this is just a small example of activity or maintenance object in our conservation for geodiversity. For example, for our rocks or mineral, if its availability is very rare, so it's mean we have to maintain the existence in its exposure, or either we can move to the curation, make it into a museum or something else. Yeah. But if it's the question of the minerals or rock is very common, so we can also preserving exposure or encouraging responsibility in collecting or for curation. And also for fossil, if it's very rare, maybe we can keep it in situ or ex situ. It depends on the condition. And if it's common, also we have to encourage the responsibility in collecting or curation of this characteristic of geodiversity. And other characteristic of geodiversity, such as if it's landform, so it means we have to maintain the existence of the landform and landscape as well. Also, we have to maintain the contribution of the topography, the outcrop, and activity process to protect this from the damage of this geodiversity. And the process or soil and other geological feature, it is very important how we can encourage or sustain use of the valuable in history and modern context. How we can do our conservation method, yeah. So the first, of course, we have to inventory or make assessment, yeah, to conduct inventory where's the valuable of this significant or vulnerable of this geodiversity, and then make it another is using the statutory protection, especially implementing the local protection by local government or central government. We make the regulation using the regulation. And another one we can use using the method of management conservation, using development and implementation of conservation management, especially by the Geopark management, yeah, to measure and to protect and to preserve the geological heritage. And then we also can do using the risk assessment, to identify the potential of threat of the geological site and assessing the risk associated with this treatment and how we are going to manage to protect this site. Yeah. And then another method, we have to do monitoring, regularly monitoring of our geological site to detect any change or damage and to ensure the conservation measures are effective. This is very important. Monitoring should be done by geosite management. Yeah. And then we have to make another interpretation and education. It means we have to educate the public or other stakeholders about the importance of our geological heritage and promoting the awareness and our appreciation of this geological heritage site. Yeah. And then, of course, sustainable use. We have to use is balancing the need of conservation with sustainable use, such as promoting responsible tourism and scientific research. So it means we have to make some limitation the number of visitor. If this the geological site, this is very rich, yeah. So this is a very important thing. So it means this method will help us to ensure the geological heritage object are preserved for future generation while allowing for sustainable use and of course for enjoyment of our geopark. In Indonesia, we have several regulations related with this geoconservation. This is just some example, but this is sorry, it is in Bahasa Indonesia. So maybe I just skip. At least I just to show you that several regulation is already prepared by Indonesian if we are going to apply to our geopark related to geoconservation in our geopark area. Yeah. And then beside using those kind of method of regulation when we are going for the conservation, the local community or the indigenous people wisdom is also very important rule when we are going to do the conservation, because local wisdom play the crucial role in geological conservation by integrating traditional knowledge and practice that naturally protects geological site near the area. For instance, many indigenous cultures have customs that prevent to exploitation of certain natural resource, which align with the conservation goal. And additionally, local community often have a deep understanding of their environment, allowing them to identify, treat, and develop effective conservation strategies. So it means this is very important to involve this community in conservation effort. We protect not only geological heritage, but also cultural tradition and sustainable practice. This is some example of geological conservation activities through local wisdom, especially local community using management in traditional water management. Yeah, like in Indonesia, we have a subak system for sustainable water management, and also another customary forest planting in many area. Indigenous people plant tree around water resources and rock area to maintain the soil stability and prevent the landslide. Yeah. And also protect of sacred site. Many community consider they contain this in certain mountain, caves, or rock to be sacred place that should be not damaged. So it means they already protect the area. The use of local material. The construction, especially of local community houses, they use building with local material that are sourced local rocks using traditional method to obtain the rocks without any technology. So it means we are not damaging the environmental. So this kind of activity demonstrate how local wisdom can help to preserve our geological diversity while supporting the sustainability and well-being of a community. This is some example how you can conserve your geological site using in situ method or ex situ method. This is just example in one of Geopark in Izu Peninsula when they have the geological site, the proof of evidence of horizontal fault. They call as tanah fault. Yeah. So this is when you are we cannot move the object. So it's mean the geological object is prevent on the site. But then they protect using the fence or things. There's some more information for people. So not destroying this evidence of the fault system in the local Izu Peninsula Geopark. Another method you are going also for in situ geoconservation. This is just some example. This is several structure of lava, below lava, as a product of volcanic product in also another area of geosite of Izu Peninsula. So people cannot approach nearly to the object, but they prevent several trail road to see how this geological object can be seen without any touching directly to the object. Another method of geoconservation in situ model, this is applies in Lesvos UNESCO Global Geopark, as they have many object of petrified wood, yeah, as the petrified forest geopark. So for example, here they keep the original petrified fossil in situ in the area, but give some fence to protect from a visitor or from others, or some other visitor and only can see from the wall or the stair to see the outcrop of the fossil. Yeah. So it's mean this model of geoconservation we can do in situ without moving the object to other places of the area. But this kind of model is depend on the condition of the country. Sometimes it's very difficult if it's the hot country or very heavy rainy country, so the fossil become damaged. Another in situ conservation is this model in Belitung UNESCO Global Geopark. There's mostly the object geological heritage is made by granite. Yeah, it's very unique shape of granite, but we cannot move it, so we keep it inside the in situ of the area, but give some protection method to prevent from the damage either from natural or from people who visit the area. So we have to keep the limit of number of people to visit to this kind of rock to protect from the damage of the rocks. Another model, this is from Daxiang Geopark in China. I think this is very beautiful landscape. Yeah. So it means also we cannot move it, but we can keep it in situ, but then give some road access for people to enjoy the beauty of the rocks, yeah, without stepping directly to the rocks. And another model of a landform or landscape geoconservation we can see in several places, yeah. either here in Izu Peninsula, it's shaping this cone, but have some mythology in tradition, in culture, and also some other area using the local wisdom, how they can prevent this landform of landscape, the area. Another method of geoconservation is ex situ, where, for example, here in our Ciletu Pelabuhan Ratu UNESCO Global Geopark, where we found several fossil of megalodon in our geopark, but we cannot keep it directly in situ in the site, yeah, because it is only small and sometimes damaged because the weather is very hot weather. Also, if it's rain, it's very heavy rain. So we have to keep moving the fossil to our museum, yeah. So this model of conservation also we can do it by ex situ. So we ask especially these people, young people, women, to help us to identify all the fossil found in the area and then keep it directly and give it the name and put it in our museum. Another model of ex situ also we can do like this. If it's the fossil, especially if it's very rich through the weather, so it means it's better for us to keep or to move, do make it curation and move it in the museum. So it means the object will become preserved within the new area or at the museum area instead of we are keeping on the site. Yeah. This kind of model of our way of conservation. And this is some other activity which is include female, gender, to do many activity for geoconservation. And this is maybe the last rule, yeah, the participation, especially for the youth geopark, either female. Yeah. Also, this is very important to have a participation in our geopark activity, especially participation in various activity of geodiversity conservation, also bio and cultural diversity conservation. Active play a role in development of education, research, and increasing public awareness about our geodiversity, and many other activity you can do it in your geopark. Yeah. Being involved in education activity to understand the origin and the value of our geopark heritage, and create the pride of the local protection, and invite local community, yeah, to pay attention about this. Sorry. And some other activity you can create, yeah, in your geopark as part of your activity in conservation area. I'm sorry. And maybe I think this is the last of my slide. As geoconservation should be driven by the need of the geological diversity and give important potential and real threat to it. Yeah. Without geological diversity, you will not have any good biodiversity, and the nature conservation should be managed directly. Yeah. And then the concept of geological diversity provides fundamental basic for your geoconservation and deserve to be adopted more widely in your geopark area. And then finally, maybe the law, legal regulation, and applied to conservation will not function or useful if no participation by real activity in doing the conservation. If only made it by rule only, yeah, but then you have to do more real activity in your conservation area, especially for geoconservation, because our earth especially will great influence the biodiversity and cultural diversity if our geological diversity is destroyed. So it will be influence our natural or ecosystem as well. I think that's all my presentation. Thank you very much, and very sorry for my voice and my cough. Thank you, Pakkaporn.
Thank you very much, Professor. You try really hard, and maybe you. I mean, last night I messaged you at 10. You still answer my email, my message. I think maybe you need a little bit less. I think. Thank you very very much. I think this is the lady geologist. That I think we learn a lot from you about the geo conservation, especially the variety, the how you say the process of the geo conservation. I mean, this is very important. Most of us, or some of us, doesn't. I mean, we are not the geologists, so we don't know how to make the conservation properly. But this is the idea that we be together today and to learn. I think this is the things that we can learn and to make sure that to ensure that geological heritage in our geopark will be utilized in the sustainable use and enjoyment. I think and one thing I got from your presentation is very important, that it's not only about geology or geo conservation, but the way of conservation, we need local community and people to involve it, especially in ethnic practice or culture. I mean, that is the way to protect our heritage for the future as well. I think this is a very, very important. And then the thing is, in different country, like from your example, in different country, in different practice or in different geopark, they have a different geodiversity and then geo conservation and practice. I think this is good to learn from your presentation. I think we have about 1 or 2 questions. Anybody in this room would like to have a question? I think I will open for 2 questions, please. No, we have many friends from Indonesia. We have some friends from China, from Philippines as well. Friend from Philippines in here as well. Anybody would like to have a question, or you already understand well, or maybe email to Professor directly. Okay. Okay.
I can share my presentation if they like it, so I can share to the chat my presentation.
Yeah, please. I will share with the geologists in our geopark as well. Maybe they will use that in the future. Thank you so much.
Okay.
Thank you very much, Professor. Thank you for your time and to share with us today. Thank you. And for the next session, we would like to go to Vietnam, right? Last month we went to Vietnam already, but today we would like to learn more, because last time we don't have a chance to speak to her because she's very busy as the organizer. I would like to introduce Miss Yu a little bit. She is the officer of the management board. She is the member of the management board of the Nam Nước Cao Bằng UNESCO Global Geopark, Department of Culture, Sport and Tourism in Cao Bằng province, Vietnam. She would like to present and share with us on the topic of conservation for equitable and sustainable development in the Nam Nước Cao Bằng. Please, Miss Yu, stage is yours. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Mr. Pakkaporn, and for other college. And first of all, I'd like to express my gratitude for Khorat Geopark and Merangin Jambi college for organizing this workshop, so that we can have a chance to share our experiences in the activity and for the management and the development of our geopark. And actually, my geopark today, it is not typically about the geodiversity conservation. But I would like to share some of our experiences in the in our activity in the conservation of our heritage and for the tourism, for sustainable tourism development. So let me share my screen. All right. So my presentation will include 3 parts. The first part, I will give some brief introductions about Cao Bằng Geopark, and the others will be our example for traditional conservation and livelihood improvement for local people in a paper production village, and the other example will be like how we manage the tourist destinations. And so, like first of all, as you may know, because many of you have been in Cao Bằng last month, our geopark is in the northeast of Vietnam, and the geopark was established in 2015, and it was recognized as a UNESCO Global Geopark in 2018. And in 2022, we also received the first revalidation. And Cao Bằng Geopark, it had total areas of more than 3,600 square kilometers, with the population of 219,000 people, which account for more than 60% of the total population of the whole province. And as you can see in the map, we have developed 4 experience routes in the geopark, to the east, to the west, to the north, and to the south. And in the symposium last month, you have been experiencing the east route and the north route. And so for the geodiversity of the Cao Bằng Geopark, the first thing is that the whole area, most area of the geopark, is about more than 2,000 square kilometers of the geopark, is a large karst area, so that there are a lot of karst landform can be found in the geopark. And also it is in Cao Bằng Geopark, it is also considered the homeland of caves, so that it is estimated that about 200 caves have been found in the Cao Bằng. And also, like another features of the in the geological features of the geopark is that it related to the fall activities, so that like due to the fall activities, it resulted in like spectacular karst landscapes, and also the underground and river system. And another thing is that the traces of magmatic activities also found in the geopark, with many with the diverse mineral found in the geopark areas. And also, like in other geopark, the diverse culture is a part of our geopark. And so, like for the main sharing today, first of all, I will share about the what we are doing in the traditional Khorat village in Ziachen paper village. So our approach for this village is that, first of all, we identify the heritage site that we need to do the conservation as a conservation. And after that, we do a lot of field surveys, and we collect the data for the village, and then we carry out workshops for training the people to raise their awareness on the awareness about the heritage preservation and the sustainable tourism development. And our aim is to improve their livelihood, income, and also involve them in the environmental protection activities. So, like the Ziachen village, maybe some of you have the chance to visit this village when you at the symposium last month. This village is one of the villages in the east route of Cao Bằng Geopark, and the village is totally 100% of the geopark is from Nung An ethnic groups. The geopark have 65 households, and all the households in the village, they practice the traditional paper making craft. However, the issues is that the income from the paper traditional making crafts is not high, and the paper is also used mainly for the spiritual purposes, like like normally used for the Baltic money. And also like because the traditional paper products, they cannot compete with the industrialized papers products. And also like the low income of the traditional craft, like they make the young people, the young generation, they don't find their interest in the traditional crafts. So like so what we did, like since 2020, the management board, we have done many like activity in the village. Like first of all, we conducted field surveys, and we collect like their knowledge, their information of the village, and then we come up with a information for the for the IP, and we add the village into the east route of the Geopark at a tourist destination, like at a Wijaya heritage site in the Geopark. And we also have the we also invest in the invested in infrastructure system, like we install information panels and the direction panels and the parking simple parking lot in the village. And like we also do some training on traditional craft preservation and geotourism, and we also guided them on how to diversify the products. You know, as I mentioned earlier, that the traditional products, the paper is only for mainly for spiritual purposes, and so we guided them to try another way to make product from the paper, like to make a paper fan or to make a gift bag or something else. Also, we also conducted some learning visit for them to go to other provinces where they also have some kind of craft village to learn from other village activity on how they like how they preserve their traditional craft and how they do the community-based tourism activities. So like in the like as you can see in the pictures, this is the picture that we taken from the tour that when we take the people to a village in Hòa Bình province, that they also have a traditional paper village there, and they learn from they learn the experiences in how they can like make large size paper and color the paper, and we also connected with a social business and we invite them to we invite the company to the village to guide the local on how they can like diversify their product, and also like we connect them to find the market for the traditional paper products. And so like so how women, like the women in the village engage in the like the craft preservation, like as you know, the women actually they are the main workforce of the they are the main people who are participating in the production of the paper. And also in this village, when we come to work with them, and after we connect them with the a company, the social business, as I mentioned before, we guide them to establish a group of women in the village that they share, they work together to share their experience and their technique in paper making, and as well as when they have like the production orders, the paper production orders from the company or the business, the social business, they will share the orders between the members of the group, so that they can complete the orders in times, and also they can share the benefit from with each other in the groups. And moreover, they also in the beginning, actually they only product plain paper, which means there is no color at all. But then after they work with the local business, and they came up with the idea that they used some kind of like some kind of leaves to make the natural dye for the paper. So as I mentioned before, the traditional products is only the plain paper, but now they can make some colored one, and the paper now the paper products now are sold on the website of the social business, the price for each paper like this is about $3, and also in the not only they can only preserve their traditional craft, but also this they have the potential for the tourism development. Like currently, one of the women in the village, she developed a she have a corner at her house that she transformed it into a experience corners for the tourists, and actually she have welcomed quite a lot number of visits, not only in Vietnam, domestic visitor, but also like foreigner visitor to come and to experience the craft. And in the future, we will, the management board also have the plan to develop a experience corner in the village, so that the people in the village, they can perform their traditional craft. They can perform the step to produce traditional papers for the visitor to experience. And also we will have a corner for displaying and selling agricultural product in the village. So that is the story of the chain village. And also I would like to share another example that we in Wiki Stone Village. And this is actually this village is near the Bản waterfall, and in the village there is 17 households, and all of them are from Thai ethnic groups. And among 16 households, there are 14 households that are running homestay services. And so the issues that we are concerned now, considering now, is that what we should do, or what the people should do to protect their landscape and to preserve their traditional architect, and without the modernized construction, and the environmental issues, and how to improve the tourism quality service, tourism service quality, and how we can benefit how can the benefits be equally shared between among the villagers, because only 14 out of 17 households, they are running the homestay, not all the people in the village. It is quite similar to the story of the Vietnam village, that in order to raise the people awareness on the sustainable tourism development and the equal benefit sharing in the community, we have to carry out quite a lot of workshops, training to raise people general awareness. And also last year we highlighted on-site waste collection and management. Like the purpose of that is to raise people awareness about the importance on the waste separation and their responsibility in the environmental protection. Actually, I know that on-site waste collection and separation maybe not new in many areas, but like for some area in our geopark, it is important to raise people awareness on that issue. And also we organized like experience learning tour and visits for the visitors to the other provinces. Like we organize the tour to Đồng Văn Geopark in Hà Giang and in Tu Hòa Bình province, so that they can learn about the experiences about the sustainable community-based tourism development. And also last year we support the village to establish a steering committee for the community-based tourism development. And the member of this committee is not only men but also the women. Actually, if you go to this village, you will see that most of the households in the village are run by women. And also in this committee, women also participate as a member of the committee. We also support them to set the regulations on how to benefit the people in the village. Like they have a kind of community fund that for households that they run the homestay service. They will pay maybe from 5,000 to 8,000 VND for each customer at their homestay for that community fund, and the money from the fund will be used for common activity of the village, like for the cleaning up activity or for something like that. And so that is the two example that our Geopark have done in our activity in the conservation of the heritage values for the sustainable development, and also for the equal benefit sharing between the community members. And thank you so much for your attention, and all the questions are welcome.
All right, thank you very much, Miss Yu, for your very interesting presentation. I think this is one of the useful practice, because I mean, sometimes in every geopark, usually every geopark will have a geological heritage, cultural heritage, including natural heritage. But the thing is, people who live in that area, very, very important how local community involvement. And the community involvement, the people there, the most important thing is how do they take advantage, or how do they get benefit from having geopark in that area, and how, when they work with the geopark, they have to get they have more income, and then they have a better living, and then they know how important of the geological heritage in their area, and then they're proud of it. And then I think this is another way to raise awareness on the geological heritage conservation. We know that the geopark, your geopark have a karst landscape is very important and interesting and huge and beautiful landscape as well. And this is the very, very important point that we can learn that gender equality has influence in your geopark, and then men and women have equal as well to have the income. So about the question, anybody have the question? I think we have time for question. Anybody have the questions? Please, it's free for you. You can open. You can turn your microphone on and ask the question directly to you.
Yeah, I see a question from the chat box. right? For me, like who is the off-taker of the product in Kabang Geopark in both for the marketing or to promote the crab made by the local people. Like actually, for the as I mentioned in my presentation, we connect with a like social business or maybe a company that their aim is also they also work for the preservation of the traditional paper making, and actually they are not work with us only, but they also work with other traditional paper craft village in other provinces in Vietnam. And we actually our role, it was like in we connect the company with the villagers, and when the company they have the paper orders, they will connect with the villagers, and they will pay for the villagers, not for it. And also we also like connect. We also like because we also have a kind of a Geopark partners network that is like the craft village villages, and someone from and some other Geopark. They are like hotels or like restaurants, and in these partners, we will have a kind of shows, like that we will they will help us to promote the products of the craft village, and they will help the villagers to sell the product at their accommodations. And so actually our main roles is like we are the kind of like connectors, and we also help them to promote their products, but the benefits will be directed to the villagers, not to us. Is this clear? Sorry, Mala.
It's very clear. Thank you, Miss Hiu.
Thank you so much.
Thank you. Miss Hiu, I would like to ask you one thing. Have you ever done like a experience sharing for local community? Have you ever opened the opportunity for the local community to exchange with another geopark around the world, maybe in another area?
Actually, until now we only have the exchange. We only organize the exchange experience for the villagers. Actually, the villagers, they are also we also add them to our Geopark partners network, and we organize some kind of experience exchange with currently. Actually, we only able to connect with the Đồng Văn Plateau Geopark, and we each year, like every year, we will try to organize at least one experience sharing between the Geopark network, between the Geopark partners network of the two Geopark. So we will the villagers, they will also able to come to the Đồng Văn plateaus to learn some experience in some Geopark partners establishment in the Đồng Văn plateau.
And I think interesting that maybe in the future we can have like this kind of activity online and let them share with our friends, because many geopark in here, maybe Lucian or maybe our friend from Philippines, and then we can share about the local community which related to geological heritage, cultural heritage, and then to raise awareness of the geo conservation and the product in that area as well. Thank you. Any more questions? Thank you. Okay, shall we go for the next one? We have another two topics, I think. Okay, next we are going to, we come to Khorat, to Thailand. Shall we come to Khorat? And then our colleague, she is the vice director of Khorat Geopark. And she also the deputy director of Petrified Root Research Institute. And she is the lecturer of the biology program. General Science Program, Faculty of Science and Technology in Khorat University. Her specialist is on vertebrate fossil. This is the fossil specialist, especially turtles and reptiles. I think today she will share with us about many fossil, and she also our former manager as well. She was the Khorat Geopark manager. I mean, before. And then, okay, I think we are waiting for her to present about paleontology in Khorat UNESCO Global Geopark. Please, Dr. Wilalak Nasi, the stage is yours now. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Pakkaporn, and Sawadee Ka. It is the way to greeting from Thailand. So today I would like to share you about paleontology in Khorat UNESCO Global Geopark. I would like to share you this topic because our geopark started from the fossil conservation and research and lead us to have an international significance. So all genders take important part to drive the work of paleontology of the geopark. So I would like to share you info topic today. The first one is overview of Khorat UNESCO Global Geopark. The second one, I would like to emphasize about participation of women in paleontology and related activity. And the third one is paleontology course, academic, Geopark and Fossil Academy. And the last one is future direction for gender equality in paleontology. So I will start with our locality. So now I bring you back to Khorat. Khorat or Nakhon Ratchasima is the same. So we are situated in northeastern Thailand, and the part of Khorat UNESCO Global Geopark covering 5 of 32 districts of the province. So I will run at the first topic, overview of our geoparks. So we are the land of Questa and World Paleontopolis. We have 2 main international geological significant, landscape and Questa. And the second one is international significant on the fossil sites that includes mammal and dinosaur fossil sites. So this show you stratigraphic column and geological structure. And the area of Khorat Geopark at the present after the lifting of the land and erosion. So the area consists of sedimentary rocks comprising Khorat group and ranking from the age from the late Jurassic to Cretaceous, and is overlaying by quaternary sediment and the rock mostly sandstone. In the western part, you can see the double cresta, and for the central region, you can see velvety plain and the flat plain in the east. So here is the highlight about the fossil locality. If you see in the, if you see this slide, you can see the center of the city, and you can see we have a fossil locality in 4 directions. So here, so it's composed of the 3 periods, Cretaceous, Neogene, and Quaternary. And today I will show you how diversity and also how we participated in. So this is the diversity of the fossil in our land. So we call our area is Khorat World Paleontopolis or Fossil City. So I move to the next topic. After you see the fossil around our city, so how about the women rules in participation in paleontology and related activity. So many activity in paleontology that we can contribute. So before I show you how we participation, I would like to show some example of the fossil site. Today I just show for two one. The first one is dinosaur size. So it's a conglomerate rock island in nearby in the Nakhon Ratchasima district. And so you can see the island here is the early Cretaceous of Khorat formation about 115 million years ago. Normally it's private land, and we do excavation with collaboration with the Fukui Dinosaur Prefectural Museum. So very long time, more than 15 years. So this is one side. Also, the famous of our locality is in the sand pit in Cherlem Praket district. So more than 10 sand pit. Normally they do sand mining for commercial and bird and private, but the interested is they contain a lot of fossil in middle Miocene to the late Pleistocene. So the most highlights of it is the 10 genera of ancient elephant. Sorry. 10 ancient elephants have been found out. 55 genera known worldwide. The highest number of the genera found worldwide in the single district. So both localities have very high paleodiversity, and at least 10 new species discovered in this locality. And this locality also have viewed the most iguanodon dinosaur in Southeast Asia, and also 4 new species of plant. So let's see the participation of the women in the fossil locality. So we do island rock mapping. So normally in dinosaur site, we have the island rock. So we need to conduct the mapping to identify where the fossil originate, and then we will determine the location and density of the fossil for excavation. So because of our geopark contains several paleontological sites, so we come for collecting data, conduct field work. So it is very essential for the research. So this is the field work in the sand pit. So we also collect the fossil and collect the data from the field. So found many fossils in there. And it is for dinosaur site. So we held together to find the fossil in the hard rock. Apart from this, for registration, fossil is very important after excavation or during the field work. So sometimes we do a registration, especially in this site, we do a registration of the fossil before bringing to the museum. And one of important thing in the fossil work is conservation of the fossil. For preparing fossil is very important for making them ready for the research and protecting them from erosion also. So I show you the example of our work. This is the specimen from the sand pit, and we keep cleaning up in laboratory. So the next activity that we can do is reconstruction of fossil. Here we show the artists of our museum collaborate with a researcher to create fish model. This is a new fish that found in our locality, and we do reconstruction for exhibition in the museum and also press release. So of course, the most important is to do the research. So researcher can do a research in the interest of them, and also basic and applied research, as well as the specimen available. For publication, we have several publications in our Geopark, and the publication that lead by the woman, it starts since 2004 to the present, and more than 40 publications concern the woman participation. So I would like to show you our paleontologists and geologists. This is the example of women in paleontologists and geologists who have conducted research in Geopark area. They have a special expert, and most of them also our scientific committee of the Geopark. Next activity is presentation and press release. Normally, so we join the international conference and seminar, and also in national level and international level. And if we discover some new fossil, we do a press release for public. And the important thing is academic survey. This is after we have a publication, we have a knowledge, and after that we bring to public by do academic survey in many activities. Not only permanent exhibition, is also mobile exhibition, student camp, and also the guide. So this is the activity outside of the museum. Sometimes we organize in malls. It's open more opportunity for the people who interested in fossil, and the children can join and inspire them in paleontology. And this year, we the first time for us to organize fossil conservation for local community in that is shown in the last picture. So including teachers, students, and sub-district administrative organization officer come to join us is very good and very success. And of course, if we have academic service, we develop education paleontology toolkit also. And for the promote program, seminar, and event. So we organize many times seminar in paleontology, and also some event for women inside, like shown in this slide. Apart from this, we also come to support community to utilization of geology and paleontology. So to make the product unique, we integrate the fossil data and highlight of the geology of the area. So you can see this product. So it's combined the color from the sand pit where we found the fossil, and community link it with their product. So the next topic is how about paleontology at university, because we are also belong to university staff also. So we open paleontology course. It is open for university students. It is the elective subject in biology program, Faculty of Science and Technology in Nakhon Ratchasima Ratchapat University. So it is open for the one who interested in fossil. And this year, the Bachelor of Education program in General Science improved curriculum and create a new subject on local geology and paleontology. So students of the curriculum will understand their area and the importance of geological heritage. This will lead them different from other university also. So we are luckily we have the museum in paleontology and belonging to Nakhon Ratchasima Ratchapat University, or we can call the short name in Khorat Fossil Museum that have 3 main buildings, and 3 main building is exhibit about the local fossil that we found in our area. So for Geopark and Fossil Academy, this is the center for the skill practice for Geoparker. It's open for everyone who interested in Geopark. So there are 4 curricula in this academy now, and also open for both on-site and online. So it just opened last year for all people can reach the paleontology and geopark and fossil things. So I move to the last topic is future direction for gender equality in paleontology. So we need to enhance gender equality. We must create more inclusive research team and develop programs for younger generation. And apart from that, to increase local community involvement in paleontology activity is also important. So actually we have many cooperation. So it's time to make it active for more for research and academic service and improve more program for create for community involvement. So now it's time to conclusion. So I have three points for that. The first one is promoting gender equality in paleontology is important for fostering the diverse perspective in scientific inquiry, discovery, and related activity. As you see, we can have diversity of the work. And to enhance gender equality require improved program add a strong emphasis on community involvement. We can create inclusive environment that value contribution from all gender. UNESCO effort to encourage gender equality within Geopark network emphasize support for inclusive research and community engagement. So I encourage you to consider how you can contribute this effort in your own work and community. So together we can pave the way for more equitable future in paleontology and beyond. So no matter who you are, so you can join us. So thank you very much for your attention.
Thank you very much, Dr. Wijaya, for your massive work and for your amazing job supporting the Khorat Geopark, not just Khorat Geopark, but the UNESCO Global Geopark, and sharing with us. She works so hard, I can tell you. this is the only one part of her job. I think if we have about 2 hours, she will share 2 hours presentation. I believe that. And then more than that, she is the one of the experts who can how to say make a replica for young people, for students. That's very, very beautiful and very nice for, I mean, if the teacher would like to use that replica to teach the student, I think this is one of her job that I will ask her that, okay, shall we take this to exhibit in many exhibition like APGN or TCN. I think this is the one another job. I think we have one question from our friend from Lushan. Would you like to ask by yourself, please? Go on. I found in chat box. Can you turn on your microphone, please? Okay.
Yes. Thank you very much, Mr. Wilanlak Aksiri. Thank you very much for your presentation. Fantastic. And it's so amazing that the female staff and the researchers and specialists make great contribution in your Geopark. I have a small question. Just I would like to ask, what is the percentage of the staff, of female staff and the specialist experts in your Geopark? Thank you.
Thank you for your question. So if we consider for paleontologists, I mean the expert who work, I think more or less the same number with the man. But for the staff, who run everything, I think the women more than men now more than more than half.
Oh, it's great.
But we are very so now in Geopark, Dr. Jaroon, we try to actually the male paleontologist who write in Geopark, it is not so much. You can see, you cannot see Dr. Jaroon, Dr. Pratueng, and but we have colleagues, but in outside of country and also outside institution. Yeah. So I think more or less the same. So it's very nice that the women have how to say participate in geology and paleontology.
Thank you.
Thank you. I think in our Geopark, I think we I mean, if we see the management board of the Geopark, about 60, more than 60%.
More than 60. It's amazing.
Are women. But we work like shoulder, I mean, we work together like a woman and man. And then we support each other, I think, in our Geopark. This is a very important point. How about your Geopark? How about your Geopark? Any?
In our Geopark, I think is more or less half of the number. But in some units, maybe 60, more or less.
Oh, I see.
Something like that.
Yeah, thank you so much.
Thank you.
Do we have another question? Okay, I think, okay, if our colleague has more questions, please come to Thailand, come to our Geopark, I think. There are many things to do in Thailand in our Geopark, and then we will show you more. Okay, shall we go to our friend from Merangin, Jambi? I think our colleague and partner who helped us to organize this activity. I would like to introduce our friends who are representative from Merangin, Jambi. Her name is Asst.Prof.Dr.Pratueng. She worked with I think more than a year with the Merangin, Jambi. Especially she initiated the Merangin tribe as Merangin Jambi Youth Forum that utilize YUNGA-based challenge model for peer-to-peer education program to in conservation and sustainability agenda. I think she helped the Merangin Jambi design the Earth class, aspect for educating the community in environmental conservation skills and sustainable agenda. I think okay, we are waiting for her. She will present in Merangin sustainability class promoted feminism in protecting geological diversity through gender equality and traditional knowledge. Please, Miss Atta. Thank you. Hello, Atta.
Okay, sorry, I just turned on the mic.
All right. Go on,
Okay.
please.
Thank you, Pak. Good afternoon, everybody. Thank you for having me. This is an extraordinary opportunity for me to voice our concerns. Women in Merangin is facing the challenges of the climate crisis and the threat of destruction of Merangin's very valuable geodiversity as we speak here. So this forum is very important for us. Sylvia, could you please turn the next slide? Thank you. My name is Atta and I am honored to be in this forum. Let me tell you why I decided to talk about the importance of ecofeminism in UGGp area. I'm not a researcher or expert in geodiversity, but the issues are relations between land and water, its sustainability, and the survival of women amidst climate change have been my routine learning in the past maybe 2 or 3 decades. I'm that old. So today, let me add one interesting issue that needs our attention as we are very concerned with preserving geodiversity. It is a question of how our daughters and our daughters' daughters will continue to carry out their cultural function as guardians of our geological heritage. Ecofeminism intertwines environmentalism and feminism and addressing the links between the oppression of women and environmental degradation. This idea is not new in Merangin Jambi. The relation between humans and the earth, which is interconnected with gender issues, is happening everywhere. Our general manager, Dr.Agus, already saw this issue as one of our priority issues in Merangin Jambi UNESCO Global Geopark, as a transformative ideology that weaves together the struggle of feminism and environmentalism. Local ecofeminism is shedding light on the intricate relationship between gender equality and environmental issues. I will show you why I'm saying that. We believe that young ecofeminists are needed to eloquently address the pressing challenges of climate change, social injustice, and gender equality, as much as unveiling the critical role played by societal norms, particularly those associated with masculinity in exacerbating environmental problems. And ecofeminism in Indonesia is a growing movement actually, but it's become a local force that needs to be developed in UGGp. Next slide, please. As you all see in this photo, these are mothers from Mount Kendeng, Central Java, who demonstrated in front of the State Palace in Jakarta by cementing their feet in April 2016 in protest of the construction of a cement factory that eliminating their water resource. Those mothers crying out loud these strong statements and become headlines in our news medias. Like they said that Mother Earth is providing, but Mother Earth has been hurt, so Mother Earth will seek for justice. The image on the right, I'm sorry, on the left, is from a more recent case about women from the Talang Mamak tribe in Indragiri Hulu Riau, It's our neighbor district, actually, from Merangin. It's very close. And therefore, for the customary territory from plantation, industrial forestry, and mining activities in October 2023, last year. So they said that our customary territory has been seized by plantation, mining, industrial plantation forest, national parks, and other conservation areas through government permits and policies that do not side with the indigenous people. That's what happened in our country. Those cases are in Central Java and Riau, our neighbor district. Then are there women that will protect the rich geodiversity of Merangin Geopark? Next slide, please. Here's are some of our geodiversity in Merangin, the valuable Bangkarang Permian Formation, which is known for its precious flower fossils, including Araucariopsilon, a petrified conifer dating back to the early Permian period. And then there's Mount Masurai, which reaches an altitude of 2,900 meters above sea level, with its topography contributing to the stunning scenery and diverse ecosystem. You have to see them by yourself. It's really beautiful, lowlands and highlands. And then some areas on the east side and highland areas of the west side, offering a variety of geological and ecological features, such as extraordinary rock outcrops, ancient cars, and caves that have been formed since the Mesozoic era. And most importantly, this geological heritage is natural habitat or home to more than 4,000 plant species and 373, probably I will miss the numbers, but you can check, maybe it's 372 rare animal species in that untouched forest. We not only need our local ecofeminists here, if you can see this richness of our geological features, but lots of powered and educated ecofeminists. That's what we have in mind. Of course, we once had our Saur Marlina Manurung, is a very exceptional woman in the big picture there. She was later known the world as Butat Manurung, who founded Sekolah Rimba for the children of the Kubu tribe in Bukit 12 National Park in 2003. And then the one with Fail is Reni Ayuri, a native daughter of Jambi, who in 2015 also initiated the Sobat Eksplorasi Anak Dalam or SIAD community. But Butet Manurung with Sekolah Institute and SIAD alone is not enough. Reni is said to be in Germany now. She's not in Jambi anymore. And the headquarters of Sekolah Institute, founded by Butet Manurung, is actually located in Tebet, the capital city of Jakarta. So it's far away from Jambi or from Merangin. Next slide, please. Then this man, Agus Zainuddin, he's our GM, a very special, extraordinary man for us. He said that Merangin, with all its geological riches, must be protected by our native boys and girls. We must prioritize investment in environmental conservation education for the young people of Merangin so that they can become the next Butet or the next Reni Ayuri. That was the moment when Merangin tribe was formed. So it's his idea. As environmental education initiative with a peer tutoring method utilizing that challenge module from Yunga, you all can reach these modules easily because it's free for us to download. Yunga is Youth and United Nations Global Alliance, and their website is very rich and accessible. These badges cover various topics such as biodiversity, and then energy, and then plastic tide runners, food security, climate change, ending hunger, forests, nutrition, ocean, soils, and water, practically everything. So You all have heard Professor Mega's presentation that mentioned how geodiversity depends on the implementation of the 17 points of SDGs. These modules in Yunga that we adopted in Merangin tribe also highlight all of that. So we have it all. Merangin Geopark is recognized for its exceptional geology, which holds significant conservation importance and offers opportunities for education and sustainable development. And it's a huge risk for us in UGGp if we do not establish a sustained support system to protecting it. It started with a collaboration with Reading Volunteer Indonesia or Revolt ID, who already translate and modified these bad challenges modules to make them both educational and fun, as well as encouraging participants to learn about sustainability and fairness while taking concrete action to protect the environment. Through a series of material preparation meetings, we also include the translated and customized gender challenge badge to address the challenges of gender injustice that are currently occurring in indigenous communities in Merangin. And then the process of compiling this gender justice module is still ongoing. So we have not implemented it yet. All of you in this forum are more than welcome to contribute to perfecting it before we can implement it, hopefully soon. But why? Why we need this gender equality module? Next slide, please. This is why. This is Kornikova, a 20 years old member of the Merangin tribe, and a young entrepreneur, and also forest waste craftswoman. So since she was in high school, she has been collecting forest waste from her backyard in Sekancing Ilir village in Merangin and creating marketable crafts. Let's hear what she wanted to say. Please play it, Sylvie.
Can anyone hear her voice?
Oh,
it's in Indonesian, right?
Yeah, it's in Indonesian, but okay, let's keep it. Everybody can reach this video later through Sylvie, so we can provide it. So Kova is a girl born in Merangin. She just told us about the lack of understanding of the Serampas indigenous community regarding the issue of climate crisis. So when one indigenous family burned land for farming and was sworn and criticized by public, they were offended by saying that, why not just leave them alone? They are merely looking for a living. So this incident made Kova feel the importance of education and literacy among indigenous peoples, which some of them are her close friends, her school friends. Next slide, please. Okay, in addition to the issues that made Kova anxious, one of the high-achieving women from Serampas clan indigenous community in Merangin is Ibu Meldasari. Here's the woman, she's very beautiful. She's also expressed her concern about the lack of literacy in her village. So Ibu Melda said that the values and cultural heritage passed down from the Serampas mothers to their daughters are now less respected due to the influence of modernization. And land inheritance and the prohibition of selling garden or farming land in her village have begun to be violated and ignored. So she said, nowadays, some agricultural land is inherited by sons. And she said that sons tend to sell the land, and then buy cars and building houses outside the village. So if it's given to a daughter, she said, the garden land will be cared for in the ways passed down from their ancestors. So this is happening. What happened according to Ibu Meldasari is a shift in values from daughters as heirs to sons inheriting the land. This shift is values. This is in values is quite disruptive to their lives, especially in terms of how they care for the land and the environment. Next slide, please. What happened to Ibu Melda of Serampas clan could happen to the Anak Dalam tribe if the influence of modernization create a shift in values. Because the Anak Dalam tribe is known to have a culture and customary laws that specifically protect their daughters as heirs and guardians of the land. Heads of the families would pass on their land or property to their daughters with the assumption that all of the inheritance would remain with their tribe. This is why their daughters are prohibited from marrying men outside the tribe, while their sons may marry women outside the tribe. Next slide, Sylvie. And please play the video. Is it working?
Yes,
okay.
please.
Yes. As happened to Ibu Siti Rohmiatun, she is the woman you can see now in the video. Ibu Siti Rohmiatun is not from Jambi, but she married a man from the Anak Dalam tribe and now lives in Bangko, Merangin. So Ibu Siti, who loves nature, feels that living with her husband's customs in protecting the environment is, that Anak Dalam tribe is respecting trees, protecting the forest, and Ibu Siti loves it and find it as most suitable, for her and for her kids. She even then sold crafts made by the Anak Dalam tribe as promotion for the rich biodiversity of the forest in Merangin, which are protected by the Anak Dalam tribe. So not only selling crafts made by the indigenous tribe, Ibu Siti also teaches the process of batik. As you can see, she is doing the batik things with the garment and eco-printing batik with batik patterns and raw materials that promote the reach of biodiversity of the Merangin forest. So she said that there are many leaves, native leaves and indigenous trees. She said that has to be preserved by doing these activities. As I have presented, Merangin's geodiversity is not only threatened by mining activities or illegal logging or forest encroachment and excessive infrastructure development, but also by the lack of public understanding and awareness of the climate crisis and all its mitigation. Then Merangin has a cultural tradition that places the function of mothers and indigenous women as guides and guardians of the preservation of the original habitat or native habitat. A noble value that must be further strengthened, accompanied by consistent sustainability education. And that's what we are doing in Merangin Jambi UNESCO Global Geopark. Next slide. Okay. By understanding the idea of Merangin Earth Class that was initiated by our GM, Dr.Agus Zainuddin, we embark on a journey that seeks to bridge the gap between nature and culture in Merangin, benefiting not only marginalized communities, but also the preservation of our precious Merangin Geopark. And these are some of the young ecofeminist candidates or ecofeminist to be from UGGp who continue to be enthusiastic about enriching their skills and understanding so that they can spread ecological awareness and the spirit to protect the geological wealth of the Merangin. So let's hope so. And having said all of that, I would like to invite all parties who care about the sustainability of Merangin Geopark, especially the security of its geodiversity, to help us at UGGp realizing the Merangin Earth Class or make it happen. And an educational space, what is Merangin Earth Class anyway? It's an educational space for conservation, restoration, and sustainability education for all groups, especially indigenous Merangin girls and women, so that they have the power to become environmental activists for their native habitat and thus maintain the sustainability of our geodiversity. So those are our awesome Merangin tribe members, our ecofeminists to be, and our big hope. Those girls. Okay, this is the last slide. Thank you to Khorat Geopark for this enlightening forum. I feel honored to be in this extraordinary educational space. Thank you for the opportunity given to me by the General Manager of UGGp, Dr.Agus Zainuddin, and the entire team of our management center at BP. Special thanks for Sylvie and Sophie for helping me with the presentation. As is in our tradition in Jambi Park, I will close the presentation with a rhyming poem. We call it pantun. So pantun is a rhyming poem and unique features of Jambi culture. This is the pantun in English. I hope it's worth to hear. We shall hand in hand fight the climate crisis to make sure the safest habitat and landmarks. Let's initiate literacy to create ecofeminists for the sustainability of Merangin and all geoparks. Thank you all.
Thank you. Thank you very much, Miss Etta and Sylvie. You all together, right? Can you hear me, everyone?
Yes, I can hear you.
Okay, we are together, right? I'm just thinking that where it's so quiet. Where are you? Are you in this room? I think finally we come to the last presentation already. Oh, I think we make now we on time. But I mean, this is the first time I heard about ecofeminism. This is quite good to hear that. And then the activity, I think this is the Earth class is quite interesting. And then thank you so much for your fantastic work, and then for your effort for the Geopark development and for the future of the real daughters of the Mother Earth. I love this word as well. I found from your presentation that, I mean, and then there are a lot of activity which, I mean, raise awareness on Earth, not just the geological heritage, but I mean, to support the local community, the local tribe, and the people, the young people, to understand about the geological heritage and then the conservation as well, and the Earth, the importance of them to take care or to work with the Earth closely. I mean, to take care of the Earth for the future. I think we finally are come to the last session. I think I would like to open the session for a few question, maybe 5 minutes for the question. Please, for our friend, would you like to, if you have any question, suggestion, or the future collaboration, please open, I mean, turn on your microphone and feel free to share with us. Thank you. Anybody would like to add on or to share more information or to share more idea? Maybe for the next collaboration or the next topic, would you like to have the collaboration or work together or some more information? Please. Are we together? Yeah, we are together, right? We can turn on the what is called the camera as well, because we come to the end of the session now.
Okay.
Yes. Wow, maybe our session fulfill your, I mean, your what is called your inquiry, or you already understand and be with us, and maybe in the future we can have another presentation. I think I mean, from the beginning until now, I think we have the, I mean, women already, our team, our friends already involved in geology as a geologist, like Professor Mega. She is geologist. If we have a question about how to evaluate the geological heritage, you have her to be with us to help us. And then we have a friend who is the work with the local community, like a local community development, Miss Yu. She worked very hard with the local community. And we have Dr. Wijaya. She is a paleontologist, and then she can help us, or she can share with us another thing or something, or research result about the paleontology. And we have Etta, our friend who work with the ethnic group or the tribe, the local community, and to encourage the women, the young people to work closely with the Geopark and like a Geopark development and the product development in the local. I love the idea, which close to concern about climate change. She initiate the new product or the new what is called like a local community to think in the new way to protect their area, like maybe the waste from agricultural sector, and to educate people and to develop the new model to support the sustainable development goal in the future, I think. Okay. Any more question? No? Okay, before we go to the last session is the closing ceremony by the representative from Merangin Jambi UNESCO Global Geopark. I think we would like to invite representative from Merangin Jambi, Mr. Wiki. He is a Merangin Jambi UNESCO Global Geopark Expert Council member. Please, Mr. Wiki, to deliver closing remarks. Thank you.
Okay, thank you, Ms. Pakkaporn. Everyone hear my voice?
Yes, we hear. Yes, sir.
Okay, thank you. Okay. Firstly, we want to thank of the sisterhood Khorat Geopark of Thailand. We appreciate to the again of about the International Geodiversity Day experience sharing on gender equality and geodiversity, and we respect to our committee from the Khorat Geopark and the presenter of the Professor Insinyur Mega Fatima from Indonesian National Geopark Committee, and I respect Dr. Wijaya from Khorat Geopark, Thailand, and we respect to the Durong Hugh from Non Nuoc Khao Bang UGGp Vietnam, and Wijaya from Guangwushan UGGp China, and Pakkaporn from Khorat UGGp, and also from Sentine presenter Atta Perim from Merangin Jambi UGGp Indonesia. Ladies and gentlemen, at this time we want to the speech about the International Geodiversity session closing ceremony. Before we say about the closing ceremony, we have to remember about in the era or ignorance. This is the associated is a link from the human role in the work in the activity. Before in the era ignorant, I think minus for the education, role of the woman only cooking, cleaning the house, and taking care of children or woman, that is. And also the woman only fall in sexual harassment occur. Women cannot do men tasks. No, I think role of the woman is can be reached from the from the men, and I think, especially for the grow to the Geopark, for example, in Merangin Jambi Geopark. What is the role women in the progress and development of the Merangin Jambi Geopark? So we know current condition, gender equality and drive productively and business grow in Merangin Jambi Geopark. From the Merangin Jambi Geopark is the very concerned. How about the conservation? How about the role of the woman? Role of the woman linked to the grow geopark, grow business, and grow economic in geopark. Something like Merangin Jambi Geopark. So related to the involves to the concern about the Merangin Jambi Geopark relate how about the role of the woman on the Merangin Jambi Geopark to the conservation of the geological site, biological site, and cultural site. We can get the word from the Morocco Global Geopark Network. We can get to the word like Sampah's truth utilization and empowerment about the geodiversity, biodiversity, cultural, like a Merangin tribe, and I think so. No condition. We only sustainability. How about the criteria and the role of a woman in the growth to Geopark Merangin Jambi. And finally, we present to the Merangin Jambi Geopark thanks to the sisterhood of Khorat Geopark in Thailand and the committee. And we hope to this agenda, International Geodiversity Day, next time on the other agenda, we can to join again. Thank you very much and good afternoon.
Thank you very much, Mr. Hari Wiki. He is the expert council member of the Merangin Jambi. Thank you so much for your time and being together. Okay, finally, I think we cannot forget this guy. He is the person who behind this event, very important person. I would like to invite Assistant Professor Dr. Jaroon Duangkrayom. He is the Vice Director of the Khorat Geopark to say thank you and then to deliver some word to everyone. Please, Assistant Professor Jaroon. Thank you.
Okay. Sawasdi krab, everybody, and thank you so much, Pakkapornนะครับ. This event was organized under the MOU between Khorat UNESCO Global Geopark and Merangin Jambi UNESCO Global Geopark. And also we received the positive acceptance from our two other networks. One from Cao UNESCO Global Geopark, Vietnam, and another one from Quang Nua Shui He UNESCO Global Geopark from China. And so after this event, allow us to see how important women's power is in the conservation of geological heritage and driving the geopark everywhere around the world. So on behalf of the organizer, I would like to express my deepest gratitude to the speakers, that including Professor Dr. Mega from Indonesia Geopark Network, and Ms. Hiếu from Cao UNESCO Global Geopark, Dr. Vilalak from Khorat UNESCO Global Geopark, Ms. Atta from Merangin Jambi UNESCO Global Geopark, and Ms. Linisha from Guangwushan, Nusui here, UNESCO Global Geopark, who gave us a huge value presentation. And thank you very much for the Khorat UNESCO Global Geopark team, especially Dr. Pratueng, the director, Dr. Parichat, the manager who prepare many things. Thank you, Pichup, Pitop, and Nong Ne, the staff of Nakhon Ratchasima Ratchapat University who prepare and operate this room for us, as well as the moderator, Kun Pakkaporn, who ran this event very, very well. And thank you so much, all participants, for your interest in this event. And we hope to organize more events like this with our network around the world. And I hope to see you at the next event very soon. And thank you so much, everybody. Thank you. See you very soon.
Thank you, everyone. Thank you so much. Thank you, Dr. Dr. Jaroon. So I think everyone, shall we take a photo before we leave the session? Everyone, for the witness of this event. I think I would like to say thank you to our friend from Lushan, Huang Tao. You will stay with us from the beginning before everyone. And stay with me. And then I would like to say thank you to my friend from Bohor, the manager of Bohor Geopark from Philippines. My old friend, Dr. Dana, in some field trip somewhere, I don't know. And a friend from another aspiring Geopark, I think. Here, I think I found some aspiring Geopark on here as well. So Sophia and Tan Tong. And the teacher, there is a teacher here as well. Okay, shall we smile and then take a photo of team 1, 2, 3, smile. Thank you. Oh, we have a friend Nixon, J. Joseph, aspiring SDG as well. Okay, thank you. Thank you, Professor Meka. I think you are so great and then to be with us for very long. Even not quite well. Maybe next time, come to Thailand. Okay, everyone. I think today, thank you, Mala, to be with us as well, to support and then to help us everything. And then I would like to, I think, without everyone, we cannot organize this event at all. Even, everyone who online or offline or whatever. I think because the Geopark concept is don't leave anyone behind. We believe this. Okay, thank you so much. We will meet you again at the next event. Thank you. Thank you very much. Bye-bye. Thank you. สวัสดีค่ะ
Bye, everybody.
Thank you. Hope to see you again.